So it's been a week since we poured this slab. I put the same mix down on here that I did on the roof. We've been having some heavy rain and it's good, you know. Okay, it's not perfect, but I know it's level. I don't have any water sitting on here, which is great. There's no water resting on the roof over there, which is good. It's nice and dry inside, so I know the fix we've done has worked. So I had a shout a couple of containers a couple of weeks ago, but someone beat me to it, unfortunately. So still shopping around for those. And I'm going to start on the plastering, the rendering, cement rendering, this week, and see what we can get done with that in preparation while I'm shopping for containers. So just in terms of placement, this is obviously the right hand side. I'm right in the corner where the container is going to kind of sit here, and it's going to run across that gap and past that block on the roof. You can see a stone there that marks the other corner, okay, where the container is going to run. And where I'm standing is on solid foundation. You know, the part over here we infilled behind those tires, and this whole thing is just to give us, you know, like tensile strength running through the slab. But everything on here is on solid rock. And then of course we run across here. You might be able to see on the building I painted a rough red line running down it, and that runs up to that other rock. And that's where they're going to sit over there. And then on the far side where the tubes are sticking out, that part, which will be the upstairs bathroom, that part we will do in block, just to kind of finish off the termination there. And then of course we'll have a balcony that runs here, and then from the container itself we'll weld in some extending beams that come out and run the balcony across to here as well. So that's the plan. So I'm just setting up some wood framing work here to put some render down the inside and at the base, so that I can square out my windows at the right size. Just as a curious point to the people that are watching in the DR these videos, in this country people tend to render a 1-to-1 mix, one of cement for one of sand. And all the advice and all the videos I've watched have told me that this is massively wrong. And they say that the reason for this is that if your render is stronger than what you've used to put your blocks together, when it shrinks back, your render will pull against the blocks. And this is why you'll get cracks opening up around your windows and your door frame. So just as a point, I mean, I'm not a builder, I realise that, but to me that makes perfect sense. Whatever you're using on top needs to be successively weaker in mix, so as not to be pulling on your blocks afterwards. And just to show that the what we put up on the roof really works, we've had some really heavy rain over the last couple of weeks since I put it down. See it, I think that's just drying out from where it was wet before there. So it's definitely worked. The damp patches you can see on the block around here are nothing, that's the runoff. And we'll sort that out once we've put the render on the outside and put a bit of a drip edge to sort that out. So yeah, moving forward again, which is good. So here's the aftershock, my first attempt at doing some rendering. I don't know if you can see that one because of the sun on it, but yeah, on that side you can... Oh, I've got a lot to learn. Yeah, it worked out okay. I'm not, you know, thrilled over it, but you know, it's a start and I've got to get on with it, and we learn by doing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get some metal infill in here, or some sort of plastic mesh for these window parts, because there's some sort of deep recesses from the opening in the block, and that made it a little bit difficult for me. But I put PVA glue on, and there's PVA in the mix as well. So we'll see what that looks like tomorrow, and we'll carry on.